there was a recommendation from Metal Burb, who I interviewed this morning. I think I was scrolling Instagram. I've followed Metal Burb for a good amount of time now, and it just dawned on me recently to just have him on the show, just because I'm like, this guy is uploading these really crazy cool lists online, and I want to talk to him about the best of 2025, because I'm huge into, hey, what was the best of the year? What was the best album? What was the best song? What was the best EP? And he's been doing a ton of research. He's been all over the place with his lists in a very good way. So yeah, make sure to follow him at Metal Burb. It's one word, Metal, and then BIRB. I'm hoping to have my conversation with him on our YouTube channel at some point today at KBear101RMG. I chatted with him for 40 minutes about a wide variety of things, about his research into those lists, about my personal top 10 albums of the year. There was also talks about the worst fan bases in metal, talks about my whole thing with the Seether subreddit in there as well. I figured that'd be fun to talk to him about So yeah, check out, pretty soon I'll have that. I shouldn't say check out. It's not up yet. Make sure to go to our YouTube channel. Be on the lookout for that. KBear101RMG. If you want to get a hold of me, you can over at 208-535-1015. I am Peaches. Happy Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. We are officially in the single digits, 9 days away from Christmas. If you haven't bought any gifts like me, well, make sure to hop on Amazon today. I might do that during this show. Multitask, why not? As a former sneaker collector, I have to talk about these. This has been popping up on my news feed on various platforms for a few days now. Denny's, the restaurant chain, has unveiled their own sneakers filled with real syrup. Why did they do this? Well, because people like me are going to talk about it on radio and a bunch of other different platforms. They're limited edition high top shoes. They're called Sticky Kicks. They feature syrup-colored patent leather, the Denny's logo embossed on the heel, and a see-through panel that literally holds Denny's maple syrup inside the shoe. They're launching tomorrow on the dinerdrip.com website for the low price of $195. Do you think maybe I should submit this to my parents, be like, hey, you know what? These shoes are pretty cool. Would love them for Christmas now. Are you kidding me? You really think I would go somewhere with Denny's high tops on? I'm representing Denny's on my feet. Like, what? I go to some high-end place or something like that. Like, oh, I'm not wearing those fancy dress shoes. I'm wearing Denny's with syrup on the inside because I'm cool like that. Dinerdrip.com. Love to see it. Sleep Theory right there, stuck in my head, which, by the way, their album Afterglow did make my top 10 list of the best albums of 2025. Not like that means anything, you know. I did see the Nick Nocturnal Awards happened. I didn't catch any part of it whatsoever until yesterday. I watched the intro and said, okay, cool, just turned it off, you know. The Nick Nocturnal Awards are nice because it is recognizing the best in metal, which is cool, right? But do they really mean anything? Like, Nick Nocturnal intentionally left Vessel and the rest of Sleep Token out of the awards for most of them, because back in 2023, when Sleep Token released Take Me Back to Eden, the Nick Nocturnal Awards turned into the Sleep Token Award show. Every single award went right to Sleep Token, so they had to leave those guys out of there. And I did find it funny. I was listening to a podcast where they talked about that, and one of the guys was like, could you imagine being in Sleep Token, your Vessel or 2 or 3 or 4, and you're just so bummed out that you're left out of the Nick Nocturnal Awards. So yeah, there's that. Sleep Theory Afterglow. Congratulations. You made it onto my list of the best albums of 2025. Yippee. There's no trophy. Maybe I should have my parents make some trophies for the top 10 albums that I did list out with Metal Burb earlier today. Send it to the band somehow. Let them know they made it onto my favorites list. All right. Cool. By the way, that interview with Metal Burb, I'm still in the middle of working on it. Make sure to keep that eye out. Like I mentioned at the beginning part of the show, keep that eye out on our YouTube channel for it at KBear101RMG. I'll also upload it onto our Facebook, I think, and our Instagram, KBear101FM. Even more shows were announced today. You know, Nine Inch Nails, which that right there was closer. They're going to be at the Delta Center again next year on March 13th, which is a Friday. Awesome, right? Friday, heading right into the weekend. You get to go to a show, then wake up the next morning, know that it's Saturday. You most likely have the day off. If you don't, I apologize. I'm sorry. I do realize people work on the weekends as well, and I appreciate those who do. Really, I sincerely appreciate them. But that show is going to be happening the same night as Nothing More and Catch Your Breath in Salt Lake City. And I can tell you right now, April is beyond stacked. I got to give, if there even is a Peaches Award ceremony, if there ever was, I would give the Complex a huge award for bringing so many shows to the area. The Complex has so many shows announced for next April and May. It's ridiculous. Check out that concert calendar. You'll see what I'm talking about. Currents and Era announced a co-headlining tour coming to the Complex. Thornhill with 156 Silence and a few other bands in that lineup. One of them is Via Nova. They're going to be at the Complex as well. I think April 5th in the small room, there's going to be the Currents and Era tour, and then in the big room, there's going to be Orbit, Culture, and Of Sulfur. So you're going to have a heavy, heavy night April 5th in Salt Lake City. Go to that concert calendar at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. Even though the Indianapolis Colts lost to the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday, 44-year-old Phillip Rivers played well enough to remain the Colts' starting quarterback, which means we'll see him in action again on Monday night against the 49ers. Colts coach Shane Steichen, I don't know how you say his last name, he praised Rivers for his management of the game despite being away from the NFL since 2020. Him being off for that long, obviously there was some unknown, he says, but for him to go out there and do what he did to put us in a position to win in a hostile environment after that long of a layoff was pretty impressive. The contract superstar closer Edwin Diaz signed with the LA Dodgers. Yeah, that's right. The contract he signed was worth $69 million for 3 years. Some of that $69 million is deferred and won't be paid out to Diaz until 2047. With this contract added in, the Dodgers are on the hook for more than $1 billion in deferred salary due to 9 players, including Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Blake Snell, and Freddie Freeman, among others. Anyone interested in attending the Boca Raton Bowl in December has a chance to attend for almost no money. The first 2,000 fans can get into the game by donating a single can of Bush's Baked Beans, which is sponsoring the game, instead of buying a ticket. Show up at Florida Atlantic Stadium on December 23rd, hand over your beans, and you're in, and you'll be seated in the specially designated My Bean section near the end zone. The publicity stunt is all for a good cause, as the donated cans will go to local families in need. Pretty cool, right? That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Last night, there was the whole ribbon-cutting ceremony for the Giving Machine. I've talked about that thing on the air multiple times now. The Giving Machine is this very unique vending machine where you can donate to global and or local charities. I do need to go to the Giving Machine Facebook page because they had some really cool little things listed there as to what exactly you can donate. Yeah, what's inside the Idaho Falls Giving Machine. You can gift a pair of new shoes to a local child in need. Like, you can spend $20 on that. You can get a sensory toy, provide play and learning for a child enrolled in a Head Start program. It's like $10. You can donate that. School supplies help students succeed in school with pencils, paper, art supplies. You know, there's a whole bunch of different stuff in this Giving Machine, which is right now, just starting yesterday. It's in the Grand Teton Mall in Idaho Falls. It's going to be there till January 1st, so you have a lot of time till then. You can go to givingmachineeastidaho.com or .org, I should say, to learn more. givingmachineeastidaho.org to learn more, or you can click on the Giving Machine right now in the K-Bear 101 app. It'll take you directly to that link. It's Peach's Pit Party, now with Fall Out Boy sending my love from the other side. This is one of those very stereotypical radio breaks where I see this dumb little headline that these Christmas songs might be stressing out your pets. And then you hear something like that and you go, really? That could happen to my dog or cat? Apparently it can. I haven't noticed that ever growing up with my various pets throughout my childhood, with different cats, different dogs, tortoises, rabbit, fish. I've never seen a fish run away or swim away, I should say, to the backside of the tank because all of a sudden Silent Night went on, you know? But this article from a different radio station by the name of 100.3 The Peak. Ever notice how your dog makes a quick escape to another room as soon as you start blasting your holiday playlist? That's what it starts off with. They're not just being grinchy. It turns out Santa Tell Me may sound more like nails on a chalkboard to them. New research reveals that some of our favorite Christmas songs can actually spike stress in pets, especially dogs. It all comes down to tempo, and songs that have certain beats per minute levels can be stress-inducing to pets. Slower music with 50 to 60 beats per minute can help reduce the stress hormone cortisol in dogs, while fast, frantic holiday hits pretty much do the opposite. So you're telling me it doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas songs. It's just the BPM. So if I'm playing blast beats to my dog or something like that, if I were to, let's say, go to my girlfriend's brother's dog and start blasting Cannibal Corpse in front of it, it would just get really scared, like most people when they hear Cannibal Corpse, and just run away. Go figure. We got Lou Brutus's Christmas card. I thought it was pretty funny that he sent one personally to Victor Wilt, and then the other one just said to the studio, like not even Peaches, just to the studio. Thanks, Lou. Appreciate it. Well, I took the other one that said studio, and I looked at it, and it's very sad. Because, you know, earlier this year, Darla the Wonder Dog passed away, 14 years old, 2009 to 2025. And so Lou Brutus did, I don't know if he had an artist do this or if he had AI do it. Calling you out, Lou. Did you have AI do this? The anti-AI crowd would be very, very mad to see this if it were the case. But I don't think so. I think he had a real artist do it. But it's Lou sort of dressed up as Jack Skellington, and he's holding the ghost of Darla, which is very sad, to be quite honest. Wishing you joyous holidays and a happy new year in memory of my beloved Darla the Wonder Dog, 2009 to 2005, Lou Brutus. Very, very touching. I am sad that Darla the Wonder Dog passed away because that was Lou's whole world, really. I mean, I did a whole dedication to Darla the Wonder Dog when she passed away. You can find that on the previous Peaches Pit Party episode. I believe that was like back in August, maybe? I'm not sure. You don't necessarily have to dig for that episode if you don't want to. Let's move on to some Bad Omens. Spectre on K-Bear 101. So this is a thing that's actually happening in Canada right now. In parts of Quebec, some schools are telling kids they may need to wear helmets during recess if they want to play on the large snowbanks. Not skiing or sledding, just playing on piled up snow on the playground. This isn't a new law or anything passed by the government. It's coming from guidance issued by a school board's insurance provider. Basically, if the snow piles are above a certain height or don't meet specific safety conditions, the schools are being told helmets should be required to reduce injury risk, which they're just looking out for the kids. You know, some school officials have already said the rule feels excessive and difficult to enforce, and even Quebec's premier weighed in, questioning whether decisions like this should really be coming from insurers instead of school administrators using common sense. I mean, really. So for now, it's not province-wide and it's not mandatory everywhere, but it's sparked a pretty big debate about safety versus practicality, especially in a place where kids grow up playing in snow for a good chunk of the year. I feel like they're just looking out for safety, but I get it, the whole insurance thing. Like when I was a kid, I did not want to wear my helmet, but I'm thankful that my parents forced me to anyway. When I was riding my bicycle, you know, one wrong fall and you land on your head. Oh, I don't even want to talk about the result of that. Please, if you're out there riding around, riding your bike, riding your skateboard, wear your dang helmet. This story is unsettling more than anything else. A woman was hospitalized after a smart fridge ad reportedly triggered a severe psychotic episode. According to the report, the fridge displayed a pluribus advertisement on its screen, and the woman believed the ad was communicating with her directly. Her family says she became convinced the fridge was sending her hidden messages and that the company behind the ad was monitoring her. The situation escalated to the point where she was taken to the hospital for psychiatric care. Doctors later said the incident appeared to be the result of an underlying mental health condition that was intensified by the always-on nature of smart technology and targeted advertising. The case has reignited conversations about how intrusive ads have become, especially when they show up in places people don't expect, like a refrigerator, for crying out loud. A refrigerator. I mean, come on. Why do we need ads on the fridge? Nobody's ever going to say, wow, you know what? I saw this Pluribus ad on my $2,000 refrigerator. You know what? Maybe I should go buy that product. More than 250 passengers were left stranded in Aruba this weekend after their KLM flight back to Amsterdam was canceled because of a rat on the plane. The rat was first spotted during the flight from Amsterdam to Aruba. According to KLM, the pilot decided to continue on rather than turn the plane around mid-flight. Once the aircraft landed in Aruba, it was immediately taken out of service so crews could try to locate the rat and then thoroughly clean the plane. That left 254 passengers stuck at the airport with no replacement aircraft available. KLM ended up putting everyone up in hotels while the situation was handled. 36 hours later, the rat was finally removed. The plane was cleared, and the passengers who were technically forced to spend an extra day in Aruba were finally able to fly home to Amsterdam. All of that over one rat. Is it bad that I thought Aruba was a fake place that the Beach Boys made up? I didn't realize it was real. I'm that stupid, you know? Let's look up Aruba on a map. Why not? Oh, it's a little island? Is it where's it located? I'm zooming out here. Oh, it's right above Venezuela. There's little Aruba and Curacao. I don't know. That's today's What the Headline right here on K-Bear at 101. I am an idiot. There's this family in D.C. dealing with something that sounds funny at first, but would get old real fast. They keep getting Amazon packages delivered to their house that aren't theirs, and this has been happening constantly for about 6 months. What's going on is their address is really close to a nearby hotel's address, and when people staying at the hotel order stuff on Amazon, this house apparently pops up right before the hotel on the address list, so people click the wrong one. Suddenly, this family's front porch turns into a delivery hub. At first, it's probably no big deal, right? But when it keeps happening and you've got random people knocking on your door late at night looking for their stuff, that's where it stops being funny, especially if you've got a kid at home. You don't know who's showing up or why. Amazon says that classic excuse, we're looking into it, but until it gets fixed, this family is basically stuck dealing with everyone else's online shopping mistakes. I've never ordered anything while staying at a hotel. Must be something that people who travel a lot do. I mean, I always have these I always had this problem with my Christmas presents that my parents send me. Ready for this first world problem? My dad's like, you want them shipped to your house or do you want them shipped to your work? And I'm like, well, if it gets shipped to my house, obviously my front door is it's hidden. Like, it's not really out in the open like some places I've seen. You won't be able to see my front door area. You're not really able to see my front door area from the street, which is nice because, you know, those pesky porch pirates, they exist for some reason. Like, do you have nothing else better to do? You're going to steal someone's random Amazon package just to try to resell it or keep it, you know? Stupid. Porch pirates are dumb. I love seeing those compilations of them getting caught. Or my favorite is that one video of a porch pirate trying to run with a package and she ends up getting her foot caught in the hole and breaks her ankle. Oh, instant karma. Love to see it. All right, I'm recording this like second to last break of the show at around 4 p.m. So I'm going to go out on a whim here. And is that how you say it? Go out on a whim? I don't know. But I'm going to say this. Hopefully, my interview with Metal Burb is now available on our YouTube at KBear 101 RMG. Make sure to go take a look at it. I've spent hours trying to get this thing all together, as awesome as it is. It's like 45 minutes long. We talked a lot. We also discussed my 10 best albums of 2025 list. I was going to release that as a singular video, but then I'm like, you know what? Why not have one of the best reactors online on my show and talk with him about it? I know he likes to dive deep into music. He was an awesome guy. Very chill, very easygoing. it'd be cool to talk with him more. Just, email more with him. Be like, hey man, how do you feel about this new release? But I know he's on Twitch, so I can just pester him in the comment section there. Anyway, yeah, hopefully my interview is up. Hopefully check out my interview with Metal Burb on our YouTube channel at KBear101RMG. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, aka Brenden Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.